is Ashlata Jagdish. I welcome you all to class 3rd Social Science. Children, this is your 7th chapter, that is housing lesson. Okay. What you are going to learn in this lesson is, first one, need for a house means why do we need a house. Then next, types of houses. You know there are different types of houses. We will learn in detail about the types of houses. Next one, a good house. What is a good house? Means how you should keep your house. Okay. You are going to learn about all these 3 things in this session. Okay. First one, need for a house. You know children, why do you need house? As you know, the saying goes on like this. Children walk to school but they always run back to home. Why it is so? See, when you come to school, while you are coming to school from your home, you always walk slowly, isn't it? Early in the morning when you are coming to school, you will be walking slowly. But after the school bell rings, how do you rush to go to home? Isn't it? You just run and you want to reach the home as soon as possible. Why it's like that? Because you feel safe at home. You love your home, isn't it? Yes. So we all want to come back to home because we feel safe at home, and home is also a basic need where we love to live, isn't it? So we spend most of the time in our house. So only home is also a basic need. See here, a house protects us from heat, cold, rain, thunder and wind, isn't it? So a house protects us from heat. During summer, you want to live in your home only, you just don't want to go out because of the heat of the sun, isn't it? During winter, you feel cold, so you want to stay at home. Okay. Next, during rainy season, outside it will be raining, no? So you want to be safe and stay at home. Okay, for some time we may go out, but house protect us from rain. Then thunder and wind. Thunder means what? It's a strong wind. Okay. Next, wind. So you want yourself to protect from cold, heat, rain and wind. So we want to live in our house. A house will protect us from all these things, isn't it? Next, it also protects us from animals and insects. See, in some places there are nearby forests, isn't it? And even domestic animals will be there, but still some dangerous animals will be there. A house will protect us from these all animals and insects, isn't it? Next, the house protects us from thieves and robbers. We can keep our valuable things locked inside our house, isn't it? We will be having money, so we can keep the things properly closed and locked inside our house. So we need a house to protect ourselves from thieves and robbers. Next, above all these things, we live together in a house, isn't it? As I said, we live with our family, so we love to go back to home. So we live together. Together means with everyone, isn't it? So we like to stay at home. We need a house for all these things, isn't it? Next, now I'll be teaching you about the types of houses. Houses. There are 2 different types of houses. First one is Kacha house and then Pakka house. Now let's see what is the difference between these 2 houses. Okay. First one, Kacha house. Kacha houses are temporary houses. They are made of mud, straw and bamboo. They are not strong. See here children, if you go to village, you will find huts, isn't it? They are called as kacha houses. They are not strong, so they are called as temporary houses. They are made of mud, straw and bamboo. So these houses may get damaged very easily, isn't it? If any strong wind blows, these houses may fall. So they are not called as strong houses, isn't it? So these houses you find in villages. These are called as kacha houses, temporary houses. They need to repair again and again. Okay, this is one type of house. Next one is pakka houses. Pakka houses are strong and permanent houses. These where you will find? You will find it in cities and towns, isn't it? Now where you are living, if you are living in a city, you will be having a pakka house. They are built with bricks, cement, iron and wood. Okay, these houses are made of bricks, cement, iron and wood. While building these houses, pakka houses, we use bricks, cement, iron and wood. These are permanent houses and they are very strong. Why? Because you don't have to repair it again and again like kacha houses. These are permanent, very strong, means they can withstand heat, cold, rain, everything. Okay, so they are called as permanent and strong houses. And you know, these pakka houses or kacha house, it depends on the income, means how much they are earning, isn't it? If they are poor, they may have kacha house. If they are strong enough, means wealthy enough, they will have pakka house. And even in pakka houses also there are different types of houses like apartments, bungalows, isn't it? So these are different types of houses where people like to live. It depends on their comfortability, means how much they are earning. According to their wish, they will build their house. So these are called as pakka houses, children. Now I will be showing you the picture of different types of houses like tents, igloos, caravans, houseboats and all. Okay, let's see the pictures now and we'll learn about them. Okay. See, these different houses depend on the particular area's condition also, where we are living. That condition also affects for our house. See, when you go to any of the trip near to the forest, there what you want a temporary house, isn't it? Very soon you have to build it and next day you need to remove it and take it with you. So what is that type of house called? It's called as tent house. Okay. We cannot find a place to stay near the sea or a river or in the midst of the forest, isn't it? People who go on for camps or for a picnic to such places pitch a tent there. Pitch a tent means they'll put a tent there. It is made of canvas, means that cloth is made up of canvas. It can be fixed or pulled down easily. We can fix it any of the time and take it back easily. You don't have to put any type of force on it. So that's called as tent. Next one is stilt houses. These houses stand on long poles of wood or steel. As I said, it depends on the condition of the place where they are living, isn't it? If it is a place where it rains heavily every time, there you find these stilt houses. They are made on long poles of wood and steel. We enter a house through a ladder. These houses are mostly built with wood, bamboo, ropes, etc. They have sloping roofs. Sloping roof means where water falls down easily, isn't it? Then people build such houses in an area of heavy rainfall. They are also built in areas where floods often occur. As I said, where it rains heavily every time, there only people like to build such type of houses. Next one is houseboats. In our country, we see houseboats in Kashmir and Kerala. Why there? They are built on boats with wood. You see, the name itself tells that houseboat, isn't it? So, where you find boats, there only they can build house on that boat. So that's called as houseboat. You can live as well as sail in a houseboat. Next one is caravans. These are houses on wheels and can be moved from one place to another. It can be parked anywhere. You can take along with you. It's a vehicle like, and you can stay in that and can move along with it. That's called as caravans. Next one is igloos. Eskimos in Alaska. Alaska is a name of place. Eskimos means those who live in that place where you will find the ice more. Okay. These houses are called igloos. These are dome shaped and have a tunnel like entrance. You can see in the picture that these houses are like a dome shape and they have the entrance like a tunnel. Okay, next one, mud houses. These houses are seen in hot places. These are made from clay, sand, animal dung and straw. These materials make the house cool in summer. If you go to village, you will find these mud houses. A good house need not to be very big, children, isn't it? So, what is good house, you know? It should have doors and windows in a proper places. The house should get enough sunlight and air. It should have a proper drainage system. Water should not get collected and stand anywhere because mosquitoes will breed on it, isn't it? So, this is how the good house should be. Means it should have enough place to get the sunlight. Okay. Next, the doors and windows should have proper locking system, isn't it? We live in a house so that we get protection from thieves and robbers. So, we should have the proper locking system of the doors and windows. Next, a good housekeeping. Here are some tips how you should keep your house. We should always keep our house clean and tidy. How you can clean it? Sweeping, dusting and mopping should be done regularly so that no dust accumulate on your things. You should take care of the house by sweeping, dusting and mopping. Okay. Next, things should be kept in their proper places. See, you should not throw the things anywhere you want. You should keep always the things in their proper place only. This will make your house look good and even you can feel it clean, isn't it? Then we should keep 2 dustbins. Why 2 dustbins? One is for the things which we can recycle and one should be for kitchen waste, means like vegetable peels and all you can throw in it. Then next one, the other one should be for recyclable waste like paper and plastics. Okay, broken glasses, rose stems, these all you can put it in a separate dustbin. And this kitchen waste you can use it for your gardens also. Like this, you should keep 2 dustbins at home. Then you see, it's our culture that we decorate our houses during the festivals. We decorate our house with what you call rangoli. People in some of the places they decorate their house with rangoli on the floor also and on the wall also. Okay. Then we also decorate with lamps, flowers, leaves and rangoli and balloons during the festival seasons, isn't it? It looks house very colorful, beautiful. So we decorate the house. This is all about the housing lesson, children. We'll meet in the next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.